Think about it. You're sitting here, you're looking out of these eyes. This is now. This is happening. This is real. Your past, when you think about it, it was once real, but not anymore. Now it's just a memory. And no matter how vivid this memory may seem, it's not as vivid as what's happening now. Now is the time when you have all the power, all the tools. Everything is here for you right now. You can get up and walk. You can drink from your cup. You can find a more comfortable position. It's all available right now. This includes your whole life. It's all built from a series of nows. You think, you act, and things happen. Or you think and don't act, and nothing happens. Thinking and planning alone does not make things happen, not in the real world. Before we dive in, if this kind of content resonates with you, come find me at luminaryflow.com. There's a free gift waiting for you. You'll find the link in the top comment below. Now let's get back into it. The best spiritual methods don't work unless you stop thinking about them and start doing them. The best teachings won't do you any good unless you find a way to integrate them into your now. Make them a part of your life now, not later. And yet, we spend time thinking about the past, which isn't even real anymore. Or we spend time thinking about the future, which is not real yet, and perhaps never will be. We rob ourselves of the opportunity to ever make things happen if we don't do them now. I used to spend time ruminating. I don't really know why I was doing it. Maybe I thought I would get to the bottom of things. Maybe there was some deep understanding hidden in there somewhere. So if I would go over things again and again, past and future, I would somehow crack the code, have an inspiration, make some great discovery. This wasn't meditation. This wasn't even some deep thinking. This was just me replaying memories and sometimes daydreaming. Mostly replaying memories, most of them meaningless. Like some conversation I had with somebody a few days earlier, or an argument, or some form of unpleasant interaction. Something that would soon be forgotten. The more difficult moments would replay a lot. They would keep pushing into my mind, so basically I was making myself miserable by repeating unhappy memories in the hope of resolving them by going over them again and again. And sure, sometimes you gain clarity by looking into certain aspects of your life. You look over the years and you see patterns. You look into important moments and remember how ordinary they seemed, yet had such long-term consequences. But that's not the point. The point here is when you make it a habit to do the reruns, like wake up every day and start playing them in your head. I was doing that and it was making me anxious. The emotional toll is real. You end up feeling miserable for no real reason. So, is it unhealthy to revisit the past? Not really. But when it has a negative effect on how you feel, then maybe you should find a different way to spend your now. Because spiritual growth does not happen while feeling miserable. How you feel is the real giveaway. You're not really regressing, but you're most definitely not evolving. Dwelling on the past is a trap so many fall into, and the reason it happens is always the same. People think they need to resolve all their experiences before they can move on, fix all past mistakes, make up for everything, heal all wounds. But that's not how spiritual growth works. Nobody needs to do anything in particular. All you need is to forget it and move on. Release it. It's in the past now. It's all done. You can't change anything that's not real, and the past is most definitely not real anymore. And then the other aspect, the daydreams. There is nothing wrong with having a dream to want to do something or become somebody. That's perfectly normal and acceptable. Of course, we can't plan and work towards something unless we know what that something is. But when people spend their time daydreaming while never doing anything to move closer to that dream, then maybe it's not a good use of the now. Because your time is always now, and how do you spend your time? So right now, in this moment, all you can do is to be here, to be now. All you can do is notice what's here. Listen to what the mind is saying without interfering, hearing the sounds around you. And if you don't like what's going on here and now, then maybe do something about it. Move into a different room, a different house, a different place. They say that all your life is a sequence of small decisions. It is, but the quality of decisions always come from the state of mind you are in when you're making them. So in order to make good decisions, you need to be in a peaceful state of mind. When you see everything clearly, when your choices are obvious and you feel good about making them. If you practice using the now to find this balance and clear your mind, that's the best way to shift into the reality you really want. Sometimes your ideas of the future are vague and unclear, and often the reality turns out quite differently from what you expected. But you're never stuck. You always have the opportunity to change something. Every moment brings a new opportunity, a new direction, a new quality to your life. And often unexpected improvement follows. Something you didn't even know was possible. There are myriad of ways to access the now. Sometimes it's just by enjoying what you're doing. Enjoy your environment. Enjoy your company. Go into a flow state. Forget time and place when doing what you love. But the now is the only place where you can actually meet yourself, your true self. Because for your true self, time doesn't exist. There is always now. It doesn't live in the past or the future. Only the ego knows past and future. When you're in the company of your true self, time becomes irrelevant. Memories become irrelevant. The future becomes irrelevant. There is only this moment, this experience, this knowing. And it comes with a certain bliss. Only those know who have found their way into that moment. And then, when no longer in the flow with a higher self, because most people can't sustain it for a long time, it becomes another memory. And now it's just another memory, so it's not real anymore. But the good news is that once you've done it once, repeating that moment is easier. And as you learn to follow what draws you inward, that leads you to that deep union within you, you figure out the easiest way. Maybe it's meditation. Maybe it's getting in touch with nature. Maybe some particular activity. It's up to you to find what suits you. Maybe a combination of many things. At the end of the day, seeking your true self always happens in the now. There is no other time. You can't find it if you think it's something that's supposed to happen in the future. And yes, this is the most common hurdle. The belief that someday in the future something spectacular will happen and you'll finally awaken. You can't force it either. You can only allow it. But that doesn't mean it comes down to luck or coincidence either. You can create the right conditions and then relax into the experience. But it has to be in the now, and you have to be here with it. It's not enough to light candles and incense and sit cross-legged on the floor if your mind is elsewhere. You need to be all here. Sometimes people treat the idea of meditating or going for a walk as something they need to do and just get done with. Like sit for 30 minutes with some music in the background and wait for something to happen. It won't, because you're waiting. And waiting brings future expectations. So the mind starts to wander, thoughts take over. If you want to stay in the now, you can simply observe the thoughts in real time. Don't follow them, don't get caught in them, just observe. And if you're caught, just get back into observing the now and whatever is happening. It's really that simple. This is one of the biggest hurdles on the spiritual path. Almost everybody has some ideas about what's to happen in the future. They don't like who they are now, so they try to become somebody else. They try to change, try to acquire some abilities to grow, become a better person, more evolved, more capable. But the problem isn't who they are. That was never the problem. The problem is the mind taking them on a wild ride into fantasy land, away from the now. And they don't even know they are really walking away from who they really are. They end up doing the opposite of awakening. So staying in the now isn't just one more item to add to your long list of qualities you need to acquire in order to become a spiritual person. It's a direct access to your own higher self. A shortcut, really. There is no way you can miss it if you make it a habit to stay in the now as much as possible. So don't waste your time on trying to become who you already are right now. If this resonated with you, come find me at luminaryflow.com. There's a free gift waiting for you there, and you'll also receive my newsletter with thoughts and inspiration behind each video. You'll find the link in the top comment below.